Good morning, everybody. It is warm this morning, sort of, and it's raining. You know what that means? Another cold front coming through. Going to get freezing again this week, end of this week. Now, I mentioned the last video, I have not felt well. I was on a 2-week run of very, very strong antibiotics that had me drugged down. And I finished those up day before yesterday. Just a short run. And so many people have asked, and I'll tell you what it was. I don't mind a bit. It ain't no big deal. It ain't like I got the plague or something. Now, the last couple of blood cycles, I have my blood work done about every 3 months or 4 months because of my heart condition and everything else that I got going on that everybody don't know about. But because I don't like to whine about not feeling good, aches and pains and all this until it starts affecting my work, getting stuff out to you guys, which it has the last few weeks. So what it is, the last 2 cycles of blood work, whichever one it is that measures your prostrate level has been climbing up. So the doctor wanted to, we don't know what it is, it may not be anything, it may have been an infection. That's what they're thinking. So that was the reason for the course of antibiotics. Now, 2 weeks after, well, about 2 weeks from now, I'll go back and have another, they'll target that, have another blood draw. And if the numbers have went back down to normal or normal, then that's what it was. And they wasn't sky high. They just had been climbing and they got a little too high for, the doctor didn't like where they were at. So it's a precautionary thing. If there is something wrong, they need to catch it early, which we all know that with all of the that type of sickness, the cancers and all that, which is chances are it's not that, because my other blood work looks okay. But if it is that, they just want to catch it early. That's it. So that is the reason for the heavily medicated state I've been in. So I have not done almost anything out here in the shop. I'll come out 30-45 minutes and I got to go back in. I just didn't have any energy. I feel better this morning than I did yesterday morning. So maybe another day or two and that'll be out of my system altogether. And I'll go back to my normal 10 pills a day that I always take, which I've got used to those. So anyway, that's that. Now, I'm going to the post office this morning when they open at 9:30. Unless I get run over by a truck between here and there, I've got a bunch of knives to send out, and I've got a bunch more to finish up this weekend. I had, well, not a bunch more, but, well, yeah, a bunch more. I had a restart on one, and I'll have that hopefully finished up today, as long as strength holds up where I can get out here and do it. Trying to count. I think I'm sending out 7 or 8 this morning. And then thank y'all for being patient. My buddy Ryan, thank you. You've been more patient than anybody. Yours is the one I had to remake again, so it's almost ready. That's the one I'll finish today. Then I have a fillet knife. I've got 2 more reclaims I've got to cut, and then finish up the 10-piece set. And hopefully we'll get all that done by next week sometime. I said too in the last video I was going to talk about reclaim just a little bit. It is getting harder and harder and harder for me to work with some of this old reclaim. Now I'm going to do what I've already got lined up. No doubt I'm going to do that. But I'm going to start ordering in a little more steel. Your 1095s, 1084s, and I've done a lot of that stuff. Used to do it all the time. I started using reclaim because it helps keep costs down a little bit. But if you notice the website, we went through there, me and Ricky Jr. I took some things off that had never sold, or maybe sold 5 years ago. Excuse me. I took a few things off and prices on everything went up, and that's just a fact of life. Prices have to go up every year. Hopefully they'll stay there for the rest of this year. But I don't know. But anyway, once I get caught up on all these, I'm gonna order in some more of the 1095. It's just so much easier. I can cut that on my power bandsaw, to where reclaim, you can't cut that on the bandsaw. Not a great big piece, you know, like a big saw blade. You got to use the grinder, and that grinder did scare me, but it's about healed up. So anyway, at least it didn't hit me in the noggin. But all right, but that's where we're at. And while I'm out this morning, I've got to take Mama with me, and she needs a couple of things from the store. So we're just going to be probably a pound day up until the afternoon anyway. Like I said, with the rain and all, it's irritating to get out and get around. Now, last thing I'll share. Oh, I have the knives I showed in the last video, the camp knives. I have 2 left still. I have one inquiry. I answered it, and I have not heard anything, so that's been a week or so. So two camp knives up for grabs. I didn't bring them out there in the house. Excuse me. So I look back at the last video and where I showed the pictures of those. $125 each. $5 shipping on those. If you want both of them, I'll do free shipping. How about that for a deal? All right, last thing I want to show y'all. This is this cleaver belongs to excuse me, one of the girls up at the corner store, which I frequent all the time. This is her husband, and he wanted to know if I could sharpen this up and sort of help identify what it is. Now, this is a Japanese cleaver, and it is a big one. I mean to tell you, a big one. There, look how thick that is. That's let's see if I got a ruler. That is, that's a 1/2 inch up here and a 1/4 inch down here. Very, very heavy. Now I know this would be used for maybe in a old style butcher shop, where they would, you know, cut large animals, cut bones, cut anything with this. It's in good shape for the most part. It's got a few nicks in it. I'm gonna take care of all of that, fix a little cover sheet for it. But can anybody out there read Japanese? Because it's got some lettering on it. I don't know if you can see it here. But if you can, leave a comment or email me, and I'll send you a better picture. They're just wanting to know what it is, what it says. They can find a little bit of information online about it, but not what that means. So that'll be just a fun little sharpening project. But, see, there I go again. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. Let me run inside and upload this. It is still way too early for Mama to be up. I gotta wait for her to get up and get ready before we can go. So thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. And I'll have some more news about the fishing channel next week. It's up. There's nothing on it, but it's there. Joey made me a banner picture and all that neat stuff. And it's called Fishing with Captain Ricky. If y'all want to go look at that picture, but that's all there is there for right now. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will see y'all whatever day I see you again.